Welcome to your Science News Bulletin. Let's get right into the headlines. We've got four major stories for you today, taking us from a rule-breaking giant at the edge of the universe to some critical innovations that are changing lives right here on Earth. First up, astronomers have found something truly extraordinary in the early universe. It's a supermassive black hole that is growing way, way too fast. We're talking about a cosmic powerhouse that existed almost 12 billion years ago, and honestly, it's forcing us to rethink how these giants even form. Now, to really get why this discovery is such a big deal, we need to talk about a cosmic speed limit. It's called the Eddington limit. Think of it like this. As a black hole pulls in gas and dust, that stuff heats up and radiates a ton of energy. That radiation actually pushes outward, acting like a natural brake on how fast the black hole can eat. It's a self-regulating system. So this newly discovered black hole, it's devouring matter at about 13 times that theoretical limit. I mean, to put that in perspective, that's not just breaking the speed limit, it's absolutely shattering it. This kind of extreme growth might just be the key to understanding how these giants got so massive so quickly in the early universe. And here's where it gets even weirder. It's a cosmic puzzle. Our current models say you just can't have super fast growth, bright X-rays, and a strong radio jet all at the same time. Usually, when a black hole feeds this aggressively, the X-rays should get weaker and the jet should be suppressed. But this one, it has all three firing on all cylinders. Scientists are thinking they may have caught it in a very rare transitional phase, giving us a unique snapshot of a black hole's evolution. Okay, let's bring it back home to our own planet now to see how wildlife is responding to some incredibly rapid environmental change. Our next story takes us all the way down to Antarctica, and it's all about penguins. A massive, decade-long study has just revealed that Antarctic penguins are advancing their breeding seasons at a record pace. And you can see here, there are clear differences. Gen 2 penguins are really leading the charge, starting their breeding season an average of 13 days earlier per decade. Adelie and chinstrap penguins are also shifting, but a little bit slower. This is actually the fastest change in breeding timing ever recorded for any bird species on the planet. So you might be asking, what's driving this huge shift? Well, it turns out their local habitats are basically environmental hotspots. The cameras used in the study also had thermometers, and what they revealed was that these colony locations are warming up a staggering 4 times faster than the Antarctic average. These penguins are literally living in one of the fastest warming habitats on Earth. But this rapid adaptation might not be good news for everyone. You know, as Dr. Ignacio Juarez Martinez says, there will likely be winners and losers. Generalist feeders like the Gentoos seem to be adapting okay, but specialists like the Adelie and chinstrap penguins, they have very specific diets. This rapid change could create a really dangerous mismatch with their food sources, threatening their survival in the long run. Our third story is a major update from the world of medicine, and it's focused on a potential breakthrough for one of the absolute hardest cancers to treat, glioblastoma, a highly aggressive form of brain cancer. The early results from a phase 2 trial of a new immunotherapy are showing some truly remarkable promise. For patients with this type of recurrent glioblastoma, typical survival is just 6 to 9 months. In this new trial, though, the median survival hasn't even been reached yet because 19 of the 23 patients in the trial are still alive, many of them surviving well beyond what we've seen historically. So how does it work? Well, it's a really smart 2-stage approach. A huge challenge for these patients is that standard treatments often just wipe out their immune cells. So step 1 is all about rebuilding the patient's immune system. Once their defenses are back up, step 2 unleashes specialized immune cells called CAR-NK cells to go in and directly target and attack the tumor. This could really represent a whole paradigm shift in treatment. It's a chemotherapy-free regimen, and it has a manageable safety profile. It's offering a completely new path forward for patients who, right now, have very few options. And it does so without the awful side effects of traditional chemo. And for our final story, we've got a breakthrough in material science that could help us tackle plastic pollution in a totally new way. This isn't just about recycling, it's about upcycling. So instead of turning plastic bottles into lower-grade materials, upcycling actually transforms that plastic waste into something more valuable than the original product. To upcycle plastic really well, you need a catalyst. The best ones are often made from precious metals like platinum, which, as you can imagine, is expensive and rare. But now, researchers have developed a new catalyst using tungsten carbide. It's an abundant, low-cost industrial metal you can find in things like cutting tools. And the leap in performance is just striking. This new tungsten carbide catalyst is over 10 times more efficient than platinum at breaking down those long, stable polymer chains you find in common plastics. So it gets the job done better and for a fraction of the cost. This innovation could really pave the way for a future where plastic waste is no longer a pollutant, but a high-value resource for new materials. It's a key step toward building what's called a true circular economy, where materials are just continuously reused instead of being thrown away. So, a quick recap of today's bulletin. Deep in the early universe, a black hole is growing 13 times faster than we thought possible. In Antarctica, penguins are racing against local warming by changing up their breeding seasons. In medicine, a new chemo-free therapy is offering real hope for glioblastoma patients. And finally, a new catalyst is making plastic upcycling over 10 times more efficient. And that's all for the Science News Update. We'll be back in 24 hours with more. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay informed.